Hi, friends. Welcome to another episode of Clearly Thriving. I'm Allison Clay,
And I'm Siri Harkins.
and we are thriving.
Clearly.
Clearly. Siri, what are you drinking this week?
Water.
I have water in the exact same cup.
Oh my gosh, look at
Cheers.
us. Cheers.
I also have Chardonnay. Um,
Way to save that while I have a mouthful of water.
that wasn't actually intentional, but it really worked out.
uh
See, this is why we need to start posting these to YouTube.
yeah. Oh my gosh.
Um, yeah.
Yep.
So how how are you?
Oh my gosh. I mean, so I just had a week off from work because it was the spring break, but it's still just like I'm still tired and I don't want to go back to work tomorrow. So that's where I'm at.
I mean, I am always team quit your jobs. Um, for you, not for everyone. But yeah, spring break sounds kind of nice. Honestly, I miss having breaks built into my year.
Like
Yeah,
planned breaks built in,
exactly. Like
built in planned
realistically,
breaks.
I only have a little over a week left of work on this show that I'm doing right now. So realistically, I will be having a long hiatus probably because not a lot is filming right now because of the pending writer's strike. So, and I also love my job. Like I'm going to be really sad when we wrap, but
Yeah.
I'm probably looking down the barrel of a long pause, and I'm actually not really excited about it. So
No, that's so stressful. That's the
yeah,
stressful part of that line of work.
yes, yeah. And also, like when we were doing season one a year ago, everyone had other shows lined up after. Like people left a few weeks early to hop on other shows. This year, no one has anything lined up because nothing's filming.
Oof.
So that's terrifying.
So what you need to do now is find a reality TV show that needs a stand-in.
Are they union though?
Yeah, I think reality TV shows can be union.
I know The
Um,
Bachelorette is.
because I feel like that's why there was such a rise in reality TV shows around the time of the
Yeah,
last writer's strike was because
that
that
absolutely
was
is why.
yes.
Yeah. I'm hoping that actually I'm not really hoping, but I expect that there'll be like an 11th hour decision come through
Solution.
because that usually is what happens when a union or a guild threatens a strike. Um, but in the meantime, it's putting a lot of people in a tough spot, if you will.
In a pickle.
Yeah, and I don't want to be in a tough spot because working 70 to 80 hours a week has been really nice financially, and while I'm exhausted, I've really enjoyed the not being broke of it all.
Yes. I had this. Okay, so we talk about this all the time, but now I'm like, I get so murky sometimes on what has been clearly stated on the podcast. But I am pretty actively looking for work in California after this
Yay!
year ends. Um, and looking at some of the base rate salaries for like just general teaching jobs, they start probably 20 grand higher than my current pay at my teaching job now. And this is in a decent paid district. I'm a tier 3 teacher. So there's tier 1 and tier 2. I'm a tier 3 teacher. And they gave me the rate, like there are different lanes of pay. And I am already in a higher lane than most people. Like, because I have beyond a bachelor's degree. Like I'm in
Yeah.
they call it the bachelor's degree plus 45 because
Mm-hmm.
I hadn't completed my master's yet when I accepted the role. But
Wow.
isn't that crazy though?
That's
And even looking at some
wow.
of the community college jobs, they're a good 20 grand above my current pay rate
That blows my mind.
to work at a community college. college, yeah, in LA.
I mean, especially when you consider, I mean, I don't know about now, but when you first moved out there, you were paying more rent there than you were when you lived in LA. So that's a huge,
Yeah. And honestly, that's still the case. I still like, and right now I'm paying pretty reasonable rent, I would say. I pay $900 a month for a 1 bedroom with like really good storage. I
amazing.
don't have an off-street parking spot, but I don't really have issues with parking. There's no laundry in unit, but I go to my parents. But anyway, yeah, $900 a month, but that's still more than I paid in LA for most of the places I lived.
Yeah. Well,
Granted,
now
that was
that's
like me
about
paying for a
comparable.
room, but
Yeah. Now that's about
yeah,
comparable to what you would be paying if you moved back into this house, at least.
yeah.
But wow, that blows my mind a little bit.
Yeah. And so like if I were to move back into that house, what I'd be paying maybe like $200 more plus
Yeah.
whatever what I'm
Yeah,
paying for
those
rent right
rooms
now.
right now, because rent
Um,
went up, those rooms are 1066 now, which for LA is still
okay.
incredible. Yeah.
Yeah, that's still good. And that includes there's a driveway.
Hmm.
Not necessarily that that's a guaranteed like always spot, but there's a driveway.
Driveway,
Um,
in unit washer
there's a
dryer.
yard,
Yeah, yard.
in unit washer dryer. Exactly. And there's
Yeah.
AC. I
Central.
don't have AC in this. Yeah.
Yeah.
So just interesting that like I moved back here 3 years ago. Like it's literally been
It's
three
been three
years,
years.
almost almost to the day. It's been
Yeah.
3 years since I came back here. Um, to the Midwest, I mean, from LA. And like I came back under the guise of like, oh, it's gonna be so much more affordable to live here. And it really hasn't been. And I thought it would be so easy to like jumpstart different things and like get out and like meet people. And I have no friends. Like I
Hmm.
lived here for 3 years and I haven't made any good connections. And wouldn't you say, as somebody who knows me, that that is odd?
Yes, you are one of the most social people I have ever met in my entire life. And I grew up in professional theater.
And just the fact that like I was okay. I was telling Allison this the other day because Mocha's 6th birthday is coming up and we're very excited. And so I was like, oh my gosh, I'll try to put together like a little Facebook event for a little get together for her birthday. And I got like to the invite friends part of creating this Facebook event. And literally the only person I'd clicked so far was Allison, kind of as a joke, because I was like, there's no way she's going to actually be able to fly in, but she'll appreciate the invite. And then I was like, all right, and that's it. Like, I don't have anyone in town I would invite who would actually
me
come and
and
be
me
into
and your
it.
mom.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm like, okay. So I guess I'm not planning this little birthday get together for Mocha because
I
I
think
have
we
no
just
friends.
do a belated one when you get back.
I think it was just like that was a realization. And then last night I had like a mini meltdown about a lot of stuff, but like a lot of it was just I don't have people to hang out with here. And that's just it's grating. It's
Yeah.
wearing on me.
Yeah.
Like that's depressing.
That's fair. I mean, you sent me a thing on TikTok, and then after I watched that video, I got like three more identical videos in my For You page. But about how a lot of studies have been coming out where if you live close to your friends, you're 25% happier. And I was
Yeah.
like thinking about it, and I was like, yeah, like when you lived in the same house as me, even though for the general, like most of the time that we lived together, we had other roommates that really made our lives living hell. But I still was happier then than I think I've been since you.
Yeah. I also think like we both had like shit happen. Like,
Hmm.
kind of we were going through the ringer for different reasons. Like, I don't know, we talked about
Yeah.
the you walking in on me cutting my hair and worrying a little bit. It
Yeah, I
was
really
not
thought we
that.
were having a Britney 2007 moment.
It was not that. I really was just cutting my hair, but like the concern was valid.
Hmm.
But like, yeah, even then it's like, wow, I was kind of happier then. Not to say I'm not in a good place mentally now, but
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like,
Life was It had a different
It was
vibe.
different.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Miranda could come over at 10 a.m. and we could just
Hmm.
literally drive to the grocery store outlet, and like that would be great.
Yeah. Or
Like
like
I
we
don't have
would wake up some days, meaning you would wake me up and say, get dressed for going hiking. And we would go on a hike and then go get Starbucks, and that would be our day, and it would be great.
yeah. And now it's like there are cool things I could do here. It's not like it's not the same, but there are things to do if you really look for them.
Hmm.
But then I have to like really confront the fact that I have no one to do them with here. Like something that would be like, oh my gosh, it would be so fun if I had some friends to go do trivia with. Yeah. And I could
Yeah.
think of like 20 people off the top of my head to invite that live in LA.
Yeah.
So,
I will say, the Siri fan club out here is very excited because when I was at Amanda's a few weeks ago, Drunk Allison definitely told people that you were moving back, and everyone was so excited. And the list of things that we're planning, or that we being the collective of like 10 people that are just individually excited, and then the together excitedness, there's
mhm.
a quite a list of things to be done once you get back.
Yeah, it just, it never stopped feeling like home out there either, you know? Like it just,
Hmm.
that always just felt like the reset. And I feel like Duluth is my hometown. So it's always going to kind of have that quality to it. And I don't feel like it's been like a step back to have been here this
Yeah.
period of time, but I think it's time to
Hmm. Get your
go
life
back.
back. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you learned a lot, and it was a period of growth.
Yeah. And I think there were just stuff that was important that I was here for, but like at this
Hmm.
point, like, okay, and now what?
Yeah. Yeah. But I think you also have learned, and I've learned by observation, how important it is to have people. Because,
Yeah.
like, you've been through some shit in the past 9 months. And even like when the world is falling down around you, your number one complaint is that you don't have people.
Yeah.
Because like shit can hit the fan, everything can fall apart, but as long as you have your people there who can buy you a margarita on a whim,
Yeah.
it
It's
makes
just
it
different.
better.
Yes.
Yeah. That
Or
girl in
just
that
be like,
TikTok video you sent me, she was like, I've convinced 20 of my friends to move into my building and the building across the street. I was like, that sounds amazing. And I'm not at a phase in my life where I'm down for apartments anymore, but that sounds amazing.
yeah, like that's a total, like it makes sense.
Yeah. Well,
That's like
Corey
people
was
talk
telling
about
me,
college. Oh, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
Oh, it was just along the same lines as like in college,
Mm.
if you live in the dorms or live close to campus, it's like you're never going to have that experience again. It's like, okay, but why not? Like, why
Yeah.
can't you be super accessible to people to hang out with?
Yeah. Like in Friends, Monica
Yeah.
and Rachel live across the hall from Chandler and Joey. Ross lives across the street. Phoebe just comes over all the time.
Yeah. And she apparently had a roommate the whole time, like named Denise.
Yeah. Lives in a different borough, but still comes to the coffee shop.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, Corey was telling me, and I think I told you, but she was like, well, if you guys have a third bedroom, let me know. And I was like, you know, there would be worse things. So now when I'm looking at houses, if there's a third bedroom, I'm like, we could rent that out for a year or two while we
Figure it
reno
out.
the
Yeah.
ADU.
Yep. There are ways to make things happen.
Mm-hmm.
I've decided that like there, I don't know why as a society we haven't um focused on like happiness in that way. Like it's always like, oh, your career is important, or like
Mm-hmm.
having kids is important, like whatever, XYZ is important. It's like, okay, but what about like just having friends close by and like doing stuff you enjoy?
Yeah,
Like, why is that so wrong to
that's something
work
that has
towards?
always kind of irked me, especially like most of my family is from the South. So, like, not from my parents, but expectations outside of my immediate family was, in order to, you know, have a good life and be successful, you get married young, you have kids young, and then look at that, you're a success. But like, meanwhile, you could be working at the coffee shop at a truck stop. I don't know. Not that that's a bad thing, but
Like
just
if
the,
you can meet those things and have not be happy.
yeah, like if that's what you want, if that's what you genuinely want, sure, go for it. But I think that the whole like one size fits all expectation for success and or happiness is really antiquated and dumb.
Yes. Like I just want to lay on the couch and eat chips. Just
A la Mackenzie from Dance Moms, which
yes.
relatable, first of all.
Yes. But like also like go to Disneyland for fun and have
Mm-hmm.
nobody care. Like here
Yeah,
people are so judgy about stuff like that. It's like, dude, it's just like fun.
yeah, yeah.
Like it's just fun. Is it wrong to just do something because it's fun?
No,
No.
no one is getting hurt.
Yeah.
Like,
Like why is this so weird? Like I'm going somewhere because it makes me happy and because it's fun.
yeah, and I have a good time, and I leave full of yummy snacks that will make me
Yeah.
shit my pants in the morning, but
Yeah, like
that's
okay,
tomorrow's problem.
maybe I have some bathroom issues after this, but does this affect you personally? Well, only if
No.
you share a bathroom with me, but otherwise, no.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we both are entering our living our best lives era. I think the pandemic and the repercussions of choices made during the pandemic have really kind of changed our view on life.
Oh my
And
gosh.
I think we both have been in a 3 year period of just kind of like get through it.
Yeah.
And I think now we're coming out on the other side. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. It's gonna be great.
Yes. It will be, and we'll have
Mm-hmm.
all of the animals.
And I'm getting new kittens,
Uh,
additional kittens, because new implies replacing the old, and Winston is not going anywhere.
no, Winston's great.
Yeah, he really is.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Mocha had an agility competition today. No new
And
titles, but she did get 4 qualifying runs, which is good because now she's in like a higher level. So it's just going to
yeah,
take more to get her next titles. But awesome. She did great. It was a good day. Yesterday, too, she had a therapy dog test, which I didn't think she was going to pass. I just wanted to kind of help out my friend who was trying to organize it and like make sure she had enough dogs to make it worthwhile for the examiner to come up.
mm-hmm.
Anyway, so we did that. We had to go over to Cloquet, which my mom was like, wow, you're driving all the way over there. And I'm like, it's like maybe a half-hour drive. Like, I'm like, I don't know why we act like this is so far. Anyway, so I was like, this is not a
I
big
drive
deal.
farther to work every morning.
I know that's what I was like. I'm like, Mom, you live 45 minutes outside of town, but okay. Um, so drove to Cloquet, did this, did not think Mocha would pass, and she did. So anyway, she's gonna get her little therapy dog ID, and we'll be able to go do visits at like nursing homes and libraries and schools, and they have to be
I'm
planned,
so
but it's like
proud
the
of her.
I know. I'm like, that's so cute. So I think we'll do there's this program at the Cloquet Public Library that is called Barks and Books. And it's like kids read to dogs. So I think we'll do that.
That's the cutest thing I've ever heard.
Right. I'm like, this would be great for Panini, but the dogs have to be a year old and she is
Mm,
not. So
not yet.
not yet.
One day.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yes.
My little bean, who used to hate people, is a therapy dog.
I mean, she still doesn't love people, but like she's better.
She just come such a long way.
She really has.
I'm so
And
proud of her.
Lisa was such a Lisa's my sister. Lisa was such a downer last weekend when she was in town because Mocha was like so stressed out at my parents' house because I brought the dogs when I was up there
Obviously.
every day because my sister and her girlfriend were in town. And like Mocha was just barking, 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 barking because, well, she doesn't like Lisa and Aaron is tall. So, terrifying.
Clearly the end of the world.
Yeah, the end of the world. Although it was
Can
so cute.
relate.
Aaron like set up a little obstacle course in the basement and like got Mocha to go and like run it. She's like, what are these? What are the commands she knows? And I was like, well, tell her the treadmill is table and she'll like go to it. And she made like a little makeshift tunnel
Okay, I
and
like
Mocha was,
Aaron.
yeah, Mocha was so excited. But then it was still just if there's any sudden movement or changes in who was around, Mocha was just so stressed out. So anyway, at least was like, can you make her shut up? And I'm like, I'm like, can you just calm down? Like she's just a dog and she's very overwhelmed.
Well,
It was a
clearly
stressful day.
not all people are mocha people.
No, and Lisa is not a Mocha people. It's fine.
Sucks for her.
Yeah. It's okay.
So,
Lisa tried to pick her up in December when she was up. And like, even though Mocha started freaking out and she still kept going for it. And like, Mocha literally, like, involuntary, just like pooped. Like, it was a very traumatic experience.
for everyone.
My mom was like, Lisa, stop. And she was like, no. And I was like, no, seriously, stop. And Mocha's like freaking out, like sounding like someone's trying to murder her. Which so anyway, Mocha was traumatized and yeah, she doesn't like Lisa now.
Well, it took Lila 3 years to come around to Alex after he traumatized her. So 3 years from now, maybe they'll be fine.
Who knows? I mean, Lisa also lives with like gigantic dogs right now. So like,
It's a very different world.
yes. Although she had a tiny dog. She had a little purse dog, Daisy.
Yeah.
Daisy dog. Anyways, everyone loved Panini, which is no surprise.
Yes. I still haven't met her.
Just so weird.
I'm actually really sad about it.
Oh, soon.
The first time I see her, she's getting smushed. I
Yeah.
hope she's prepared.
Well, she's used to being picked up and
Good.
carried around. So
Good. Mocha and Lila can have their time. I'll snuggle Panini. You can try to bribe Winston. It'll be great.
yeah, Winston's gonna throw one of his hissy fits again. Remember the last time?
Yes.
And you
He's
like
gonna be
woke
so
up.
upset.
Yeah. Winston's gonna hate it. He's gonna do that thing where he like gets all hissy and then like bites me but doesn't actually bite me kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Just like puts his teeth on your hand.
Yeah, like he's like, stop.
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
He's like, remember, I have these sharp, pointy things. Like, I won't use them, but they're here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he is not going to be thrilled when we get our house and move.
Gosh. Oh, this is not the color I wanted. No, that's not happening.
Yeah. Well, there's more reasons to put this on YouTube because your face.
I don't okay, so I have like the corner of my lip is super chapped. So I was trying to find like a little chapstick or something to put on it. And I am buying my little like makeup stuff. Anyway, so I grabbed one of these Snow White tins from Besame or whatever, thinking it was the one I put on earlier. It's not, it is a very red one, and we're not doing that. Oh, here's like all right, here's an essential oil lip balm. That's probably expired, but
Oh well.
whatever.
Yeah. So
Smells like
I
camp.
oh I've spent the weekend working really hard in my house and mainly my backyard because next weekend I'm having a little fire pit get together situation, which I actually need to get dog treats for because I'm gonna just try to have everyone bribe Lila with food.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like Alec is gonna be there, Corey's gonna be there. She loves both of them. Jasenia's gonna be there. She loves her. But like Rez is coming, Mike is coming. She doesn't have a great history of loving Mike, which is hilarious because Mike is like
Oh,
literally the best and such a dog person. She just she's weird with
yeah. Oh my
guys.
gosh.
So I'm gonna get treats and try to get people to just bribe her. That's what we did last time Mike came over, and by the time he left, she was no longer barking at him. So like,
Hey, that's improvement.
yeah. And usually she remembers, like usually when people come back over, even like no matter how long it's been, she like picks up right where she left off. So fingers crossed.
Yes.
But yeah, I cleared out the flower beds in the backyard, which was quite a process. And then I got mulch and put mulch down in all the flower beds. And then I put
Gosh.
new flowers in all of the flower pots that were housing dead plants. A lot of my plants did not make it through the flooding that we had, which was just tragic. It's like my tomato plants were still going strong from last year, and then just too much water. So
Oh no.
I got some new plants and soil for that. And then I got new string lights to put in the backyard because those ones had died because they were, how long have we lived in this house? 6 years almost. They were almost 6 years old. So the solar panels just like died, whatever. So I got new string lights, got new little ground lights, like path lights, and it looks really pretty now. Um, so that's what I've been doing all weekend. And then today, after I finished doing that, I came inside and I washed my hair and I did laundry and I vacuumed and now I'm tired. I'm not
Yeah,
done.
that's a lot.
I still have to do dishes and refill my pill containers for this week and clean Winston's litter box, which is probably only like an hour's worth of stuff left to do, but I want to be done pretty significantly.
Yeah, that's fair. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds exhausting.
I think I
Another
will. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I just am exhausted because it frickin' snowed today.
Yeah.
It
You
was
had like
beautiful on
2 days of
Wednesday.
nice weather and then,
Yeah, and then it snows 4 more inches. We are zero point 0.4 inches away from being the number one highest snowfall winter on record. And I think they've been keeping records in this area since 1888.
yay, climate change.
Yeah. My last 2 years of college are in the top five. And those were like very big impetuses for my move west then.
Yeah, checks out.
Yeah. Like, no thanks.
Yeah. It's okay. It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I just wish I had a snow day tomorrow. That'd be great. Although we already are adding 12 minutes to the end of every school day to help make up for the snow days.
That's hilarious.
Isn't it? It's so dumb.
Like we're not adding a day, which is what they would have done at the public schools where I grew up.
Yeah. This is what
That's
they're
funny.
doing instead of adding a day. And I'm like, why don't you just add days at this point?
Yeah, because like 12 minutes really makes a difference.
Like who cares? Just add another day or two, whatever. I mean, my contract technically ends the last day of school, but still, they can change that.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I got nothing for that.
Snow days, man.
It just cracks me up. 12 minutes. What do you do in 12 minutes?
Well, the thing is, they add 2 minutes to every class period.
That's even worse. What do you do with 2 minutes?
Isn't it the dumbest thing?
What do you do with 2 minutes? Like read one extra paragraph?
I don't know. And in some of the classes, it's like, it's just you're staring at the kids for another 2 minutes, like, while they refuse to do their homework. So, yeah, I don't know. It's silly.
That truly is. I got nothing. I got nothing.
Yeah. Welcome. Welcome to winter in spring.
Your last winter, swinter, since it's technically spring.
I don't know.
Your last swinter.
Ugh, it's
Mhm.
pathetic. I hate it here.
That works out
I'm
really well
actually
for me.
I'm actually really surprised that like Lily is still kind of, well, I guess I haven't talked to her, but like she's been posting stuff on Instagram, like people here can't drive, like the
Hmm.
freaking snow. And I'm like, yes, I'm like, that's why I'm not staying here.
Does she know that you're coming back?
No. And I just was in a class with her because she and our agent are teaching this self-tape intensive. So we had like a
Mm-hmm.
little 2 hour introductory session today. And so she was chatting the whole class, and she texted me after, was like, it was so nice to see your face.
Good. I love her.
Yeah, it was great. It was great.
Well, maybe she should move back too.
Honestly, maybe I'll tell her my
She
grand
can
plan
she can rent our ADU.
with Hazel,
Yeah.
her dog.
I love her so much. That's another dog I haven't met yet that I'm upset about.
Oh, and she's so fluffy.
I just want to cuddle her. Lily said that she would be really happy with my cuddles, and I'm like, well, good, but that's not the same thing as it actually happening.
Yes.
But yeah, she and Hazel can live in the guest house and it'll be great.
Yes.
Mhm.
I don't even know. There's just a lot. I need to get through these next however many weeks.
6,
Might
5.
be it might be 8.
I don't want it to be 8. That's a longer time. See, this is why I can't be a teacher. Like, yes, Allison, 8 is more than 6. Wait, when is school out? End of May?
No, June 9th. And then I have the
Oh,
dance recital.
that's terrible. That's why they're not adding days because they're already taking half the kids' summer. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, right under 8 weeks. It was 8 weeks on the 14th, which was this past Friday.
Yep.
That's that's horrific. I've never heard of a school going that late.
Yeah. And the fact that the dance studio goes that late too, I'm just like, can we just be done the middle of May like everyone else? Or can we be like,
I genuinely have never heard of school getting out on June 9th. I mean, I
that's
was
how
homeschooled, but still.
still okay. Imagine how the homeschooled girl on my competition line feels. Like she has to dance this whole season and like adhere to these school schedules, and she's homeschooled.
Yeah. Although I will say the school district where my family's house was, I don't say hometown because I did not really grow up there. But where my house was, that was the school schedule that we stuck to. And so if they had a snow day, I'd be like, a snow day. My mom would be like, we're in Florida. And I'd be like, a snow day.
Oh my gosh. That's great.
So
I mean, you got to give it to him sometimes, okay?
I don't remember her ever arguing with me. I'd be like, Mom, the superintendent in this one district where we do not really live said that I don't have to do school today.
Yes. Yeah, my dance student who's homeschooled, I try to make like little jokes with her because I told her one time too. I'm like, listen, like my best friend was homeschooled. Like we have all these kind of jokes. So
Mhm.
just want to, because otherwise kids end up talking so much about school because they're just at that
Yeah.
age where that's such a huge part of their life. And I'm like, me
But also
too,
that's all
right?
they do. Yes.
That's all they do. And I'm like, I know it must be rough for you. And she's like, uh-huh.
Great.
You know
My
how
favorite thing.
disgusting the drinking fountains are? And she's like, nope. I'm like,
Yeah. I hope she keeps that deadpan for the rest of her life because it served me really well.
yeah, she'll be great.
My favorite thing about that part of my life is when it comes up in conversation, immediately everyone else starts talking about their school experience. And they'd be like, oh, everyone had that one teacher who would just hit on the girls. And they'd be like, right. And I'd be like, no.
As I was sitting here, like, yeah, like, yes, that is a common.
It'll be something like that where it's like everyone experienced this in school. And then with everyone looks at me like, right? No. But it's like they just forgot the preceding 2 minutes of conversation. Like,
Yeah,
no, we just talked about this. I don't know.
like I didn't go to school. And it's like people talk about the hot Cheeto girl or like the Cookie Monster pajama pants girl, and everyone's like, yes, I know exactly. And you're like, no.
I mean, I was both of those girls at the same time because I did not have to get dressed to go to school, and I really took advantage of that most days.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, kids, children. I mean, I teach special ed, so it's like a very different realm,
Yeah.
to be honest. But
Do
like
you
my
when
kids are
you're
just,
yeah,
they're
they have
funny.
their own things, and that's fine.
Dude, the number of times my kids show up with their pants on backwards,
It's fine.
it's fine.
If I was that parent, whatever you have to do to make it through the day is fine.
Truly. We kind of make it a thing where it's like, oh, I bet they were trying to work on some independence this morning. It's like,
Probably.
hey, buddy, did you put your pants on backwards? Is your shirt on backwards? Like, let's fix this. I have one of my kids that comes over and is like, help me, help me, help me. And he hates the tags on his t-shirts. So he wants them cut out. Like, why do people not buy you tagless shirts is beyond me. But
Yeah. I mean, one time in college, I made it so I would get to school at 7 a.m. and I would be there usually until 11 p.m. with like rehearsals and my teaching assistant stuff and all that. I don't know why I did that. Because I didn't want to be a teacher. I just like money. I don't know.
yeah.
I had made it almost through all of rehearsal when I went to pee and then realized that all day long I had my leggings on both inside out and backwards.
Oh,
So
good.
I can't judge anyone.
Nope. I went to school with my leggings on backwards one time. It's fine. Again, I work in special ed. Like,
Do you think when you move out here and you're applying for jobs, are you looking to still stay in special ed, or do you think you want English, which is what your degree is, right?
yeah. Well, the tricky thing is I'm not licensed for SPED, so it just depends on like I don't know
The
what the
circumstances.
California, yeah, like because here it's they'll take anyone who's available for special ed pretty much, and they'll make it work. So if
Yeah.
that's the case there, for sure, I think I still would because I think it fits.
Yeah. And you have
Like,
experience and you've liked it. So,
yeah, like I'm good at it. I kind of have that right personality.
yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It all depends.
Well, hopefully we'll have news about that soon. And that brings us to the end of this episode of Clearly Thriving. I'm Allison Clay,
And I'm Siri Harkins.
and we're thriving.
Clearly.
Clearly.